Okay, so we're doing a reading on Joseph Quinn and Grace Van Dien. Now, before we get started, if you ship these two people together or if you don't, please don't jump each other in the comments, okay? So, the reason why I do these readings is because most of the readings that I do in my daily life are like all about someone's love or career. It's advice for them. It's more of like helping them with anything that they have to face, right? These readings are a bit of a break for me. They're fun time, okay? So that's kind of the purpose of every single video that I make. It's just like not all subjects are going to be fun, but it's having fun with tarot, okay? I see this as if we're like at a sleepover at 3 a.m. and we just broke out the Ouija board and we were like, yeah, let's try, you know? But like with tarot cards. That's how I see these these videos. So before you guys are like, I don't know if the comments are going to be as wild as like the one with like, was it Jonathan or what's his name, Halle Bailey, like the Little Mermaid cast and whatever. So like I did a compatibility reading on them and like people were like so crazy in the comments like, you know, they're supposed to be together or they're not, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is not the energy we're trying to bring here. So, you know, for this reading, right, keep it calm, okay? This is our like sleepover and we're just having fun, okay? And that's it, okay? So, all right, let's do a reading on Joseph Quinn and Grace Van Dien as to whether or not they are in a relationship. I think that was the question that one of you guys said. So see, if you guys comment things, I will do them in readings. It takes me time because I have a lot of requests to go through. So, and I also have videos that I myself want to focus on and I myself want to do. So, just be patient with me, okay? But it's good if you comment who you want me to do a reading on and the question itself so I know what I'm actually looking into, right? Okay, all right, so let's see. Are they dating each other? Joseph Quinn's energy, okay. Grace Van Dien's energy between them. Are they dating? Are they are they? I don't know. Six of Swords reverse, that's distance, right? Four of Wands reverse. Well, first and foremost, distance definitely plays a part here. So if they are like far from each other, that definitely doesn't help the situation. But I'm also seeing just distance. So I don't think they're dating. The Queen of Cups in reverse. Yeah, so the Temperance card being in the middle of them, this is like we're not a good match, okay? Two things. Either they tried it out, they weren't a good match, or they never tried it out because they never really felt like they would match, or they didn't necessarily feel compatible with each other. Okay, so the Queen of Cups in reverse is Joseph here, and the Eight of Wands in reverse. I wonder if this is Grace not wanting to. Or does he have a girlfriend? I mean, sometimes you guys ask me these things and they have a girlfriend. So, so comment below. But the Queen of Cups is someone who is emotionally detached, right? If this is not Grace, if this is actually Joseph, then Joseph is coming across as cold and detached in this situation. The Eight of Wands in reverse, that's slowing down. That's like, that feels like I'm not ready for such a big change. So this is either the energy of I'm not ready for a relationship, or she doesn't want to be in a relationship with me, or it's like taking too slow. It's taking forever. The Six of Wands in reverse. That's like pride and ego, but sometimes that's like a lack of attraction. So hold on. How does Joseph feel about Grace? Five of Swords in reverse. It's not petty. The Hermit in reverse and the Hierophant. Is he in a relationship? Are you guys messing with me? Just kidding. The Hermit card in reverse. That just feels like I'm okay being alone. I'm in a relationship, or we had something, but it's not happening anymore. But it's there's no bad blood. Hold on. Were they in a relationship? Did they ever try to date? Justice card. I think they, okay, I don't think they tried to date. This is not showing me love or attraction or interest. This energy is like, let's agree not to date. We're good with how things are. Were they interested in dating each other. I think he finds her attractive, but they kind of expected that things wouldn't work out. Yeah, they both walked away from this. So I don't think not seeing anything long term. Again, two things. It's either like they never found each other attractive in the first place, or if they did, they both made a mutual choice to walk away from this and leave things how they are because they felt comfortable with how things were or are. So I don't think they're in a relationship. I don't think they're dating right now, but there's no bad blood. It feels like they're very much comfortable. But I'm not also seeing just friends, okay? So that's important because there's definitely like emotions here, but not happy. This is more like Five of Cups. That's like emotional disappointment. So like Eight of Cups that also. So there must have been something that's like, especially the Temperance card in reverse. To me, that's like the biggest, like the smoking gun of like, we're not a match. Okay. Um, yeah, hold on. Six of Swords in reverse. This is not moving forward. I feel distant from you. I don't really feel connected to you. We're working in different places, maybe. Four of Wands in reverse. That's like either moving out of my comfort zone, or like I don't feel secure and stable with you. Page of Pentacles in reverse. You didn't meet my expectations. Okay. So I'm not gonna know, and maybe I just can't see it right now. And I always leave notes in the video if I end up seeing this when I rewatch it and edit it. But so far, I don't know. I'm not really seeing dating. I think, like I said, I think he found her attractive at some point, but also maybe like no offense, but like the Queen of Wands, I see the Queen of Wands is like kind of a bitch. Like, I'm sorry, okay? But so I wonder if there was something that she said that rubbed him the wrong way, okay? So the Queen of Wands is not a bitch necessarily, right? But it's like often it's someone who says things and does things for themselves or like without a filter. So I wonder if she said something that rubbed him the wrong way. Because like Five of Cups is here, the Magician card in reverse, that's a miscommunication. The Justice card, this is like someone making a decision to walk away from things. Again, I told you it's possible that she was the one that walked away, Grace. I mean, but like it definitely rubbed him the wrong way and made him feel like, oh, that was very blunt and cold of you. Yeah, that's how I see this. Because she didn't really see potential, or she didn't really see long-term potential for this relationship, or she didn't want to get into a connection. So it's possible, right? There's definitely some form of attraction, I would say, with this, but I don't think anything really happened or became more solid for either of them in this, for the two of them here. Yeah. There's also possibly an element of like not the right time, which I'm guessing is with her. I feel like she made a lot of excuses. Like this just makes me feel like, okay, I see him suddenly with flowers, right? And I see her just being like, no, I'm sorry, like it's not the right time. I have a lot of things on my plate. I have this and this and this. Like listing down reasons, and I see him just being like a bit disappointed of like, oh, like this could have been something, but that's okay. Like, I'm not gonna take this to heart. It rubbed me the wrong way that this is how things happened, but that's just how it is. Like that's how Joseph's energy kind of came through. Um, the Hanged Man, not letting go, Eight of Pentacles, effortless. I think that there was a part of him that also didn't really want to date her. Wait, hold on. Were they just friends in the first place? Am I just like Knight of Cups, Ten of Wands in reverse, and the Knight of... I think it's like, again, there might have been some form of interest, but I wouldn't put it past that. Like, I don't think he really... This even makes me feel like he tried something once, but like not enough to fully be considered effort in their relationship. I don't think he put in as much effort as we think, or as some of you guys think. And the Tower in reverse, he got scared too. He didn't want to. I do feel like, see, because okay. hold on. I'm like trying to word my thoughts. The problem is I don't see it being like a friendship. And you guys understand what I mean, right? If it's like just a friendship and everything's fine and dandy, then you would see things like, oh yeah, everything's good, like we're happy, we're great, but like nothing that's passionate or romantic, right? It's like we're just friends or we're, cool with each other, but why is there a bit of like disappointment? Or why is there like Tower card in reverse is avoiding catastrophe? So why is someone trying to avoid a bigger mess here, right? So again, I don't know if one of them is already dating someone else and maybe that's the reason and someone's trying to avoid a bigger mess here. He definitely comes through as someone who would have been interested at some point, but not enough to fully make an effort or be consistent about that effort. I think he got scared and cold feet as well. Or he was like, oh, I withdraw my intentions, like, oh, oops, like, I don't think you're really as interested in me as I thought you were. Oh, let me just pull back. He pulled back. That's what it is, okay? And she walked away, but like, it's because I don't think she finds him attractive or like, and it's not about physical attractiveness. It's just like maybe like a lack of a spark or a lack of a connection, lack of chemistry, or like I said, maybe she just didn't want to. Sometimes that's just the case. There's no reason behind it. And sometimes people just don't want to. The world. Okay. The Four of Swords. Yeah, I don't think she ever wanted to be with him. Hold on. Okay, let me break this down. The World card. So did she ever want to be with him? Am I understanding this wrong? Judgment. Wheel of Fortune. She's ambitious and she feels like she needs to be free. I think there was an interest on her part as well. But this feels like rejection. The Ace of Cups is here. I'm a little confused with this. Um, Two things, right? One is like she was interested in him at some point, but felt like it would hold them back. Judgment and Wheel of Fortune, this is like, I'm very focused on work. I have to make decisions based on work or life. The Fool card, this is like my decision to be free. This reminds me of actors or actresses that are like, oh, I should be single because I don't think dating someone would be healthy for me on a personal level or on a professional level. Like, I think it's just, I want to be free. So even if it's not about acting in particular, like, it could just be that she maybe is going through a major change in her life and just felt like, I don't want to be tied down to anybody. That's her energy. So I think that maybe she considered something with him, but like the rejection card, um, there's definitely like rejection issues on her part because I feel I can't just say that, oh, she rejected him. It almost feels like maybe either he did something that made her feel rejected or someone else in her past relationships did. And so she's a little afraid of putting herself out there as well. And I feel like I might be getting both, okay? So like she has some fears of like being rejected in relationships, but also she rejected Joseph as well because she felt like, I need to be free, don't really want to just stay here in this relationship. It's her pride and ego. So like I said, um that's her feeling like I can't invest in this relationship because I have other things, but it's more of a defense mechanism. Yeah, King of Wands in reverse. Yeah, I don't think that she. Okay, let me explain. Hold on. Oh, see, okay, a lot of these cards do not tell me, these cards do not represent, oh, she's just a friend. These cards make me feel like, um, well, for her, for Grace's side, this feels like I'm just not attracted to him or like he's not the guy for me. Okay. Um, like he's not the guy, whatever that means. Okay. So I don't think that there was love or anything. For his part, Joseph's part, this is more so like a bit of betrayal. So again, I wonder if she said no to him and that's why he's reacting this way. But I also see him as like he's fine. He's not like he's gonna move on or he'll find a way to move on. So he's gonna be fine. I'm not worried about either of them. Um, let me let me ask where this relationship is going after I get that card. Okay, so where is their relationship going? Do we ever see them getting together with each other? Um, Queen of Pentacles. No, I don't know. Hold on. Relief from a burden. I mean, again, I think career is her main focus right now. Or if it's not career, it's money, stability. There are other things in life that she wants. Okay? That isn't really him. See? She's cutting him off, basically. Two of Cups. See? Cutting off the relationship or like that connection. It's in reverse. So like this feels like, oh, we're not really on the same page. We're very similar, but I don't know. This also is like she's not ready for relationships right now. She's dealt with a lot of jerks in the past. And so she feels like, no, I'm not in the mood for that. I don't even want to handle that kind of mess right now. I've been using that word a lot, a mess, and that's the general energy of how they see this, which is like it would be messy, it would just cause more issues or more frustration. So that's what I see. Future, Joseph's future in love, okay, for this year. um yeah, see, this is the Queen of Cups in reverse. This may be her, this may be Grace, right? And like dealing with that. Do they still have like another season of Stranger Things? I don't remember. I'm sorry. Like I literally haven't seen that show in a while, like until like pre-pandemic or whatever. But like, are they still working together? Because that's going to be a little difficult for him. Now, I kind of see him as like he gets rejected by women. Why? They don't see a future with him. Three of Swords. Three of Swords is a heartbreak, and the Six of Cups is the past coming back. Does he also have issues, like trust issues, because someone cheated? This is either them or him. The feeling I just get is like he tends to get rejected by women, and I think he really takes that to heart. And I feel like it's taken a toll on his self esteem, and he needs to heal that and work on that, right? Because if not, he's going to hold some resentment even for the next woman. Even if she doesn't handle him that way, he's always going to have that in the back of his mind of like, oh, it's probably just a matter of time before you leave me too, you know, or you reject me too. So he has some stuff to heal. Is he going to be dating someone this year? Work, 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 work. Nope. Money and work is, so is this about like, so again, I don't know, is the last season of Stranger Things out already, or is he even still there? I don't know. I'm sorry. I wanted to say like no spoilers, but in order to get the answer, I'm probably gonna have to get spoilers. So anyway, if this is about Stranger Things, then this is about him being more worried about his long term in marriage and love and family, but also in career. He is having trouble because he feels like he can't build the life that he wants. Do you guys know if he wants kids? I think he wants kids, or like he definitely wants the white picket fence kind of future, like settling down. He doesn't feel in control of that, and he has some work to do on that. So that's his focus right now. But sometimes I think he gets ahead. I feel like he fantasizes a little bit too much or puts the other person on a pedestal, I think, when it comes to relationships, that when they disappoint him, it hits him really hard. So I think he needs to like take the fantasy of like the white picket fence off of a pedestal as well, because you can have the white picket fence and it's still not going to be picture perfect all the time. Okay. But yeah, where I see him right now is like issues with like what's next for me. Am I going to meet someone that I'm going to settle down with? And I see him feeling powerless when it comes to that. But also when it comes to career, it's like I need to get my shit together, and I need to start figuring out what's next for me. What are my next steps? How do I make this opportunity last long term? You know, Stranger Things, I don't know if that's his big role. I'm sorry, I don't really know anything about them. But it's like, okay, how do I get to the next one, right? Like this was a really good role, but like what's the next one? What's my stepping stone? I'm more known now, relatively to me, but like what's the next step, you know? Regardless of whether it's about him being known, he's thinking about the next step. What's coming to him career wise? Six of Wands in reverse. I would advise him not, okay, hold on, let me see. I see him turning down roles because he's like, okay, yeah, exactly. He needs to be careful, okay? I don't know if Taylor Lautner is like happy. Is that how you say his name? I don't know if Jacob from like where the hell have you been, Loca? But I don't know if Jacob from Twilight, Taylor Lautner, I think, is happy with where he is, right? But this is reminding me of him in that, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that after Twilight, Taylor didn't want to take roles because they didn't pay him enough. That's not a bad thing, okay? Like that just means you value yourself, your work, and your skills. But he may have a harder time finding them. So, or getting roles that'll pay him as much as he wants to be paid. I think there's something about like it's a fantasy and you're like turning things down because of pride and ego because you don't think it's good enough. So, what would we advise him to? Yeah, I would just advise him against that. I feel like a compromise is much better because if not, it's an opportunity that's going to be missed. Like his name will likely be more known and more associated right now with other people that are also famous, or at least it's still fresh in people's minds, probably. But it's like if he doesn't, then he's gonna have more distance and time between bigger roles, and that'll likely like make him less relevant. And I'm so sorry to say it that way, but that's how Hollywood is, right? So that's what I would recommend to him. But yeah, I see him turning down some roles that could have been. I don't know. I feel like he might make a mistake and like turn down a role that could have been really big, but like he didn't believe in it. Okay, like yeah, I don't know. Let me see what else is coming to him. Five of Swords in reverse. It's like not a good fit, you know. Nine of Swords. Oh, I. This is a thriller. Is he thinking of doing things like that? Like I'm seeing like Psycho, you know, like Norman Bates, American Horror Story. Does he do stuff like that? This is horror or thriller. I doesn't like the cheesy stuff, but would he be good at Hallmark movies? Like, I don't know. I mean, again, it's up to him. I feel like he might be offered something like that, like a role that's like I'm thinking of like The Good Witch or whatever, like again Hallmark kind of movies, but I think he's gonna turn it down. So I don't know. It's like not a good fit, not a good fit. Because I kind of see him. Do you guys understand if he's trying to be like, I keep thinking of people like George Clooney or like, you know, like I'm seeing someone in a suit. I'm seeing him in a suit and it's like a perfume commercial. So I don't know if he already has that or if a part of him wants to be perceived as that kind of person. How I would describe that energy is serious actor, Casanova, I guess, James Bond energy, or someone that's like hot, suave, or like smart even. Like I don't know what his role was in Stranger Things, but it feels like I want to be taken more seriously, whatever that means. That's where I see him heading or wanting to go, but like I don't know, like okay, yeah, I just feel like he needs to not turn every opportunity down because even the ones that you think are a little too cheesy will probably help you get to where you want to go. Anyway, that's what I see for him. If you guys have any other things or any other readings you want me to do, comment them below. If you'd like to book a more personal and private reading with me, book me at mediumisabella.com. Everything you need is in my description box below. And also, if you would like to tip, I have like this button that says like super thanks or something below or whatever. The thanks the heart button. Only if you'd like to, you're not forced to. Like, if you enjoy my content, I would really appreciate it. And thanks so much. Okay, bye.